on the entire platform. Year after year, he has consistently dropped some of the biggest videos on YouTube, and he's the type of guy that really prides himself on avoiding any sort of controversy around his name. And in general, it seems like he really just wants to have fun while helping people out and making these different big ideas of his come to life.
Okay.
But one controversial topic around him and his brand has been one of his best friends, Kris. Kris has been with Jimmy since the start of his days on YouTube, and is actually one of his childhood friends. And over time, the audience came to know and love Kris like they do many of the other recurrent people on the channel. Well, you might remember last year we talked about Kris in a highly controversial video posted by SunnyV2, and the main topic being discussed in this video was Kris becoming, well, Kris with a K, and transitioning from a man to a woman. Needless to say, the reception for this video was really all over the place. Over the years, people had come to know Kris as a married Christian family man.
Wait, he was married with kids? My bad, y'all. I ain't trying. Yeah, I'll take. I mean, I'm not trying to chew. I don't know where the volume a little bit. I ain't trying to chew in the mic. I did not know this was married with kids. On God, I didn't know that.
And so many fans and critics alike did find his transition to be.
Wait, is he still married?
A little bit jarring, including Nick Merckx, who has been very vocal about his opinion.
He left his wife and kids? I did not know that.
Now,
That's
Mr.
crazy.
Beast has made it beyond clear that Kris is his day one best friend, and he will always support him, even expressing displeasure towards people who had bad things to say about Kris, and claiming that he is an amazing parent. Even till this day, it's like constantly a huge topic of discussion online, because not only is it such a hot topic in general, but he's also involved with the biggest YouTuber in the world. And now Kris is once again being discussed, and it seems like their past is coming back to haunt them in the form of some strange tweets. Above that, there's also some more recent allegations that point towards Kris having a Dr. Disrespect type of relationship with a fan. First, let's talk about this video that recently came out and now went viral that shows old tweets from Kris back in the 2017 to 2018 range. This video immediately connects Kris with a person named Shadman, who is known for his explicit drawings online, and he apparently got famous for depicting all kinds of disgusting things in these drawings, including underage individuals in these illustrations doing vile things. Like, anyone who thinks this stuff is okay needs to be thrown under the jail with the likes of EDP. Basically, weirdos use this art angle as a bypass to enjoy, though the legality of it does still seem kind of vague to me. Well, basically, back in the day, Kris posted a ton about Shadman, and even had his artwork up at his house in the background of an old Mr. Beast video. He also posted several tweets about enjoying this type of artwork in general, and others
That looks good for a 4-year-old. Might be crazy.
suggested posts about
That's not might be crazy. That's actually crazy.
various cartoon characters. And even though most of these posts are like 7 years old at this point, at the time he was still a 21-year-old man, and this isn't just like some racist stuff or something that there could be like more gray area on, or you could say, oh, that was just like part of the times back then. This is some weird shit that he was interested in to a massive extent. Like, a grown man hanging a picture on their wall of this nasty stuff takes quite a bit of premeditated thought. So obviously people already thought that that was very strange of him, but it's really nothing compared to this more damning allegation, where people are claiming to have exposed Kris for having an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old fan when he was 20 years old, and that this online communication continued for several years. Shout out to this man Prism, who is the first one to bring this to light. So there's this kid who goes by the nickname LavaGS online, and it seems like he was a massive Mr. Beast fan back in the day, and even got to work for Jimmy at some point in the past helping with his gaming channel. It seemed like over the years they developed several channels of communication, from Snapchat to Twitter messages, Discord DMs, and private gaming sessions. Which, let me just pause the video right there and say that I already have a problem with that. Unless someone is like your cousin or related to you in some way, there is absolutely no reason that a 20-year-old needs to be having all these different private conversations with someone who's in middle school. Like, a 20-year-old should be out there enjoying their life, trying to do new things with people their age. And obviously, pretty much anyone with a platform online is going to have some fans who are kids. And so it's obviously the adult's responsibility to not be in like constant communication with them. It's really not that hard. Either way, he felt so comfortable with Kris, to the point that he was asking him about his addiction to adult cartoons. And they were having a lot of inappropriate banter publicly on Twitter when Lava was only 14.
Guys, we are so close to our goal. Oh my god, one more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And this is the part I have a problem with. This isn't a group chat. This is literally just him and this other guy that he's been talking to and that he's friends with online. Lava says, I'm your first Patreon big boy. And he shows that he donated some money. He donated like $1 or something. So it's not enough to meet the goal. And he says, but not $5. Pathetic. Just kidding. Kissy face. I'll tell you what it means. It means that you're telling him that he needs to donate $5 so you can release your or whatever. He says, wait till my Twitch revenue comes in. Winky face. And of course, it continues. He says, check again. And he tags you, I think. At least that must be you, or he's tagging you. And of course he says, I posted some fire news for you. Please no share. And this is someone that you're talking to that is 14 years old. That you know is 14. And at the end of the day, you cannot be talking about topics like this with someone that is this young.
So at the very least, these...
I hope that nigga didn't actually post his dangling word above. I ain't gonna lie, but someone need to beat out this. Slam the f out that box.
Two had a close enough relationship where Kris felt comfortable making these adult jokes towards him, and at the very worst, he's literally flirting with a 14-year-old on the timeline. But by the time Lava would turn 16, he would apparently even meet up with Kris at some point. And he even talked about this extensively on like a Mr. Beast Discord server. Now I do want to make it clear that this guy Prism who made this video spoke privately with this Lava guy, and Prism claims that Lava's statement is that nothing bad ever happened when they met up back in the day, and that basically their relationship never really got inappropriate. And as I'm editing this video, guys, Lava actually
makes Mr. Beast feel bad.
His own statement about the situation, where he says these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. And keep in mind that's after this morning he removed all affiliation with Mr. Beast from his Twitter page. And now we have yet another update where Keemstar has jumped into the picture. He says that Mr. Beast connected him with this guy Lava directly, and that Lava is denying all of these allegations, and now claiming that him and Kris did not have any sort of private interactions, and that when he went to meet up with Kris that apparently his entire family and the Mr. Beast crew were present. I ran Discord with Kris Tyson when I was 13, edgy and inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. So take with that what you will. And you guys already know if there was going to be one person to
this nigga chopped as a man and a woman. This nigga just ugly. Holy shit, this nigga's chopped, bro.
Defend Kris in this entire situation, it was going to be that fool Ethan is online, who last time we caught up with him was pretty much defending the sick people that they catch on Predator Poachers. So here he was trying to watch the video on stream where Kris got exposed for liking that very strange artwork.
God, I hate how this is formatted like a commentary video and it feels like it was edited by AI.
You still think this is a coincidence? The next Tuesday will definitely change your mind. On January 25th, 2019...
It also sounds like it was written by fucking AI.
Chanman posted a picture of a character called Raptalia from the Rising of the...
So, the synopsis is, Ava used to like... Stop skipping? No, because the synopsis of the video is Ava used to like Shadman in 2017. Don't watch that fucking dog shit video. So bad. Such an awful... and terribly formatted video. Literally the worst fucking YouTube video I've seen in a long time.
So from the start, you can tell that this guy Ethan feels some sort of personal connection to the call out in that video. Just like the sheer amount of anger you can see pulsing through his very tired face. To me, kind of tells the whole story of what his opinion is about to be. Yes, that video that he was watching, it wasn't like the best made video I've ever seen, but it's something that I would expect from kind of like a novice commentary channel. And I do think it was very important for kind of kicking off this expose. But let's hear what Ethan thinks.
Literally just to be like, Mr. Beast's friend 7 years ago had some inappropriate tweets that were a really bad look. You're avoiding the video? That's the whole point. What am I avoiding?
The truth that it doesn't matter that it happened 7 years ago.
Hold on, who is this ugly looking motherfucker?
guy was into some absolutely diabolical shit.
Didn't like most of the internet at the time with Shadman? Yes. For some reason, yes.
Oh, y'all gotta realize something, bro. Anything that you put on the internet is always gonna be there, bro. Certain things you can't be like, that's what the time is. Just certain you don't do. You don't joke around with a 30-year-old saying you got news and shit. You talking about your butthole and shit. You down bad. You're clinically down bad. You could joke with your wife like that. This is a 30-year-old boy.
Yes.
So his excuse for this disgusting behavior is that apparently most of the internet, they were fucking with this nasty loser.
And who the f is this that's drawing news of kids? Yo, this need to get his hair blown off. He looked like Ghost from Modern Warfare 2. We need to do that like Ghost from Modern Warfare 2.
Who is making these disgusting drawings? I mean, first of all, that just has to be a blatant lie. And to me, the shit he was into is just like inexcusable. I don't give a f. When it happened, he was already an adult man.
I don't need to see the whole thing. It's bad. It's a bad video.
And I think that he's claiming it's a bad video because politically it doesn't align perfectly with him.
I'm sorry. It was 7 years ago.
You know how many times this guy Ethan has likely judged people for things that they did more than a decade ago just because they do not align with him politically? Like, that seems to be his whole shtick, is that if you're a conservative because he's very obviously a big-time liberal, well, it's just f*** you. He's never going to give you the benefit of the doubt. He's going to take your words and misconstrue them. But oh, when it's someone who's on his side of history, well, he's going to ride with them to the very end.
I don't want to see it. It's irrelevant. That doesn't make it okay. It's not relevant, though. Is that a gross thing to do? Is it unacceptable? Yeah. But, like, the anti-cancel culture warriors all of a sudden are like, wait, liking tweets from 7 years ago. Why are we even talking about Mr. Beast's friend? Because she's Mr. Beast's friend.
Yeah, and Mr. Beast has the biggest platform literally in the entire world.
Since this time, Kris transitioned and is now Ava.
And
Okay.
that's fine, but it doesn't
What
just
does that have to do with
absolve
anything?
you of all the nasty shit.
Exactly. Just because you transition, nobody will give a f about that. We're in 2024. I promise you. Nobody cares if you're gay, you're weird, you're purple, you're green. At this point, obviously, I know my stance. I respect everybody. I don't give a f what you do, nigga. I'm not God. I got bills. But they don't excuse you doing some shit. You can't be like, oh, I'm gay now. Oh, I'm trans now. That don't matter. If you do up shit, we still need to put you in the ground. That's just real life. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you.
doing before you transitioned.
To give you an idea of how fucking long ago this was! Stop being defensive. You follow Kris on Twitter. Dude, this was a completely different time. I was in high school when this happened. I had no idea who fucking Mr. Beast was, and neither did Mr. Beast. He wasn't even around. What are you saying?
I think that the point they're trying to make is that every single time this type of topic comes up, whether it's someone actually like trying to talk to someone who's underage or just having this type of peculiar behavior, you always seem to be on the side where you are literally rushing to defend the person who's just being absolutely disgusting.
Are you trying to cancel Mr. Beast too? Because he had that in his living room? It was in Mr. Beast's living room. Should he be canceled too? You can't ever defend Mr. Beast ever again.
Now, who is
Don't
this
ever
weird
defend him or
alien-looking
watch him.
motherfucker?
Yeah, Mr. Beast doesn't have a bunch of old tweets linking him to this freak and suggesting that he was a massive fan of him. I guarantee you that if Jimmy was doing that shit back in the day,
He
it
would
would
not
have been brought
exist.
to light long ago,
Exactly.
and his feet would have been held to the same fire.
It
Exactly.
shows a bias. Towards what?
Towards creeps.
Do you want to keep acting like Mr. Beast should be canceled forever or something?
No one one time said Mr.
Who
Beast
is this
should be
Ethan
canceled. You're
nigga?
the only one bringing him up at this point. I mean, everyone really just wants Kris to come out and explain why he was into that weird shit.
You should not be apologetic. I'm not apologetic, and now you're literally misgendering Kris.
He's probably more upset about that than he is about the core matter here that Kris was on some weird shit.
That's what I'm saying. Misgendering is not cool, bro. Respect people and their pronouns, whatever you want to say. But, bro, the fact that you focusing on that instead of focusing that your man's... They caught your man's on sexual assault charges. That's your man. They caught your man on these weird charges. That's your man. That's your bro. That's your man's.
This guy's brain is so dense. It just honestly starts to make me a little bit upset. Like, how can someone be so confident in this way of thinking and just be so wrong?
You're spelling it the way she changed it to, but you're misgendering her. So I think that shows that you have a pretty severe bias, actually. You actually have a bias that leads you outside of reality and away from logic and truth.
Man, shut
Dude,
the
it has to be one of the most ironic statements I've ever heard in my entire
That's what I'm
life.
saying. What is this nigga
defensive?
talking about?
Well, you're just changing the complete conversation because you don't have anything to say.
Yeah, it's got to be the most ironic video of all time. Listen, Ethan, get some help, bro. As for Kris, we're gonna need some answers. Like, in my opinion, Mr. Beast don't really need to say shit about this. But Kris, like, if you want to continue to have a platform online, you need to explain yourself a little bit. Like, him just wiping his entire Twitter clean, it just does not look very good to me. But y'all let me know what you guys think down below. I will continue.
Then we got part 2 of they saying it got even worse.
Dominoes started falling, and now everyone has been weighing in on the Kris Tyson situation, where his past has now been dredged up, and it was revealed that he was very publicly a fan of some disgusting art that's really just a loophole so that adults can enjoy. Kris was such a big fan of this style of art, in fact, that back in the day he bought a print from this guy named Shadman, who was infamous for creating this stuff, and he went out and hung this up in his living room for everyone to see. Above that, he had some eerily similar accusations as Dr. Disrespect did only a few weeks ago regarding interactions with one of his biggest fans who at the time was 13 years old. Well, now, like what often happens when someone gets put in a situation like this, more people have come forward with their stories regarding Kris. Old videos have resurfaced, and more messages have come to light. And I'm going to begin to all of that and more in today's video. First, I did want to talk about some of the tweets and statements that Lava continued to make yesterday, where he says, "Can you guys help me counter all of these lies? Kris's messages to me were sent in public Discord servers and groups, but everyone is framing it as if it was one-on-one. Kris literally did nothing wrong." So it seems like he's going to be holding true to his original statement that he was not a victim, and that he never got inappropriate with Kris. I will say I have seen this guy catching quite a bit of flack online, and I absolutely do not support any of that. The thing is, guys, when it comes to a potential victim like this guy could possibly be, it's actually very common for them to come out and to defend their potential abuser. You have to remember, this guy was a huge super fan of Mr. Beast and Kris. He probably held them in a very high regard. So the mere idea of losing that relationship and everything coming crashing down around him has probably been very hard for this person, Lava. I'm not saying that anything concrete happened between them. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, who's still only like 20 years old, is very scared right now. Now, this to me is where things start to get very interesting, because Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, begins to be involved. So there used to be this guy named Jake Franklin, aka Jake the Viking, who would often appear in Mr. Beast's video. Apparently they were pretty good friends.
Who was this Jake
But around
Viking
4 years ago, it seemed like he was just cut off completely. They stopped asking him to be in these videos, and eventually he was left to kind of just do his own thing. Well, in the midst of all the drama yesterday, he came out with some tweets. "I know the Lava GS they are mentioning in the video. This ain't good for Beast." He also responded to another tweet and says, "Kris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides." And I understand why he's coming out with these tweets now that all of this is unfolding, but
I personally think I heard that Mr. Beast might be cooked. That's all I've heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't know.
Dude, if you knew there's some sick shit was going on in the background, especially regarding people who are underage, why didn't you speak up about this before? And in the most cryptic tweet of them all that he would send out yesterday, he would say, "Jimmy knew." Obviously alluding to the idea that Jimmy has possibly known about this behavior for a very long time. I mean, with all of this now coming to light with some of the messages I'm about to show you guys in a second, I'm going to change my stance to say that Mr. Beast has to put out some sort of statement about this situation. And here's a little excerpt from this video that was posted 4 years ago, where Jake talks about disbanding from the Mr. Beast team.
Probably, if you're a Mr. Beast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. In fact, the last video I was in was hide and seek. Second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date. And then after that, I was no longer asked to be in any videos. I was still on payroll, still getting paid. And I took that kind of, this is cool, I get to sit at home and get paid, but at the same time, you know what's actually going on. And everyone I talked to never really gave me any answers. Till super recently, when finally I was able to meet down a couple people and kind of put everything out on the table, and it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it.
So he goes on in this video to actually be pretty respectful towards Mr. Beast. He was thankful for the opportunity. And at least here, which this was like 4 years ago, he says he feels no ill will towards him or anyone on the team. But now that more is now coming to light, we see that that might not be true. Keemstar would also tweet out yesterday, "Kris Tyson supported the cartoon P artist Shadman that drew my daughter at 8 years old in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Kris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me, which is very understandable. And I actually did go back and research this a little.
Keemstar has did a lot of weird shit, a lot of fuck shit. But I ain't gonna lie, if he was a crash out about that shit, nigga drawing his daughter, I would respect that nigga 100%. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Bit myself, where I found an old live stream from Shadman being confronted about drawing these pictures of Keemstar's daughter. And even at that time, he acknowledged how much of a disgusting scumbag he truly is.
About it, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty weird, let's all agree, and I think you're kind of a weird guy.
I totally am. I that's my thing. I totally am.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a reason that freaks like that need to hide their face. And the fact that that information was very public back in the day, 8 years ago, before he ever purchased that art, kind of just tells me how much of a degenerate he had to be to still be supporting someone like Shadman. They even dug up his old Reddit, which he also had exposed himself via some sort of tweet a couple months back. And they say the joke is that Shadman makes corn out of anything. This right here is apparently Chris's old account. And he says, it ain't corn unless it's got a... Yeah, I'll let you read that. And he also continues on to say,
nigga said she penis.
Ah yes, this will make a fine addition to my collection. And something tells me, guys, that he was not joking. And this is just stuff that Kris...
Let's make this nigga bite the curb.
...was out there posting publicly. Like, I'm gonna need that hard drive pulled pretty soon. And that's if the black SUVs haven't already shown up at the house. And I'm not talking about the FBI's, I'm talking about Mr. Beast's. Now here's where things potentially get even darker for Mr. Beast, as another alleged former employee came out to say this.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio.
Nah, guys, the fact that that song and Drake's name has become, like, synonymous with these type of accusations is crazy. But let's get back to the video.
Studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says, Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew,
what do you mean knows too much?
People know.
Yo, Mr. Beast, it might, I mean, bro, this might be GG's.
I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So this guy right here,
what did he mean Amazon? Tell me Amazon bought this.
Who claims to be a former employee, is now saying this is only the tip of the iceberg of the crazy things going on at Mr. Beast Studios. I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, seeing the downfall of Mr. Beast would be like the most insane story in YouTube.
He might make a comeback, but I did want to collab with that nigga. He might make a comeback, it's all get washed away, he'll explain it. Or maybe GG's and no more niggas is making $10,000 in an hour. No more blind people is getting their ass back. No more homeless people are getting homes. No more trash out the ocean. It may be cooked.
History, and it would be really, really bad for the platform as a whole. And as someone like, this is my job, I'm not thrilled to hear about that. But hey, if there's some sick shit going on, it's gotta come to light. Like, I thought this boy Mr. Beast was going to be running for president by the time I turned 40, but his whole operation could end up being taken down by one single person. Now, this is where more messages began to surface, apparently being shared by a then 14-year-old who was in a Snapchat conversation with Tyson back in 2019. And first, they're just kind of trying to show the proof that this was the legitimate Kris. They click on the profile there, go straight to his new Snapchat thing he's got going on. And so as you can see, they're having some sort of conversation via Snapchat, which wouldn't exactly be surprising to me, as a lot of strange people like to go onto Snapchat because they think, oh, the messages, they're not going to be there forever. And as you guys can see here, apparently Kris is once again calling this person dad, which he was also apparently doing to
nigga, where's he have a daddy kink with this weird ass nigga, man?
We talked about yesterday. And honestly, within these messages, I don't really see anything necessarily inappropriate going on. I mean, I guess he was sending some peculiar emojis, but it's still just weird to me. Like, why were you in contact on private messengers with several people who were not even close to being of age? Like, anytime that's even a thing, I already see that as a huge red flag, and y'all kind of know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And as you guys can see, much like their Twitter page, when I go and try and click on Kris's Snapchat, his profile is nowhere to be found.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Beast might have reached out to Rich Paul.
Leading people to believe that he's trying to further cover up this evidence. I mean, wiping your socials clean, to me, is never the look of an innocent person. And here's to me where things start getting super f***ed up. Like, if the allegations I'm about to show you are true, oh, Kris is just beyond cooked. Like, they shouldn't even return to the internet.
I ain't gonna lie. Put this nigga in the brazen bull.
We'll say, these type of videos can be faked, but you would have to be pretty good at digital graphics, just like I said with the Dr. Disrespect situation. Now, this person came forward anonymously, which I would completely understand, especially given what we've seen that guy Lava go through the last 24 hours and the way people have straight up ridiculed him. But they say, I would like to stay anonymous.
This nigga said, imagine Mr. Beast get exposed and that nigga sends the moon at us. What you think, this nigga Thanos?
But Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young and I couldn't see what he was doing was and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see it now. And so once again, this anonymous source just kind of wanted to show proof that they were talking to the real Kris, apparently. And as you guys can see there, they scroll through the DMs, they click to his profile, and that is indeed Kris's profile that now has no tweets. I mean, I'm not saying you would have to be like some sort of computer genius to do this, but to me, this does all look pretty legit. And so the message thread starts apparently in the middle of a conversation, where he says, nothing, how is that video turning out? Good. And then he shares a link to a Mr. Beast video, I opened a free bank, which let me check on my phone if like the dates line up. He claims this happened in 2020. Oh my god. The dates line up, everyone. 4 years ago.
Nah, the proof is in the fucking pudding.
I don't know why. I sent a bit of a shiver down my spine. Okay. So he says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more. To which this person says, I wish I was in a video. And apparently Kris says, me too. It's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. And at first when I read these alleged messages, I was thinking, well, there's still no proof that the person was like underage. And apparently Kris says, me too, it's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently.
And the person says,
yeah, that would be awesome. But then Kris allegedly says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? Yeah, December 2nd. You're turning 14. This person allegedly says, I don't know where the party will be at. My mom is still deciding. Like, if we're to believe these messages are real, and someone's talking about their birthday to you, and you're a grown man, and they're talking about, oh, my mom is still deciding where my birthday is gonna be at, like, if it's gonna...
I'm blocked, that's blocked. I'm not, you can't, there's no conversation to be having. There's nothing to talk
Peter
about.
Piper pizza? Like, how many red flags would there need to be that you might be doing something horribly wrong here? And this is where things get crazy. He says, what do you want? I could give you anything. And then this person says, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time. Meaning they've possibly had some sort of private conversation over games once again. For all you parents out there watching right now, please deeply monitor what your kid is doing on the game and who they're talking to. That is one of the main avenues that people who are interested in kids will use to talk to them and lure them in. Not saying that that happened here. I'm just saying,
somebody
rise up to
A-Train to run through this nigga chest at 200,000 miles an hour.
Shit. If you're not, because I'm sure most of you are very good parents. You don't want anything expensive for your birthday? I could spoil you. I don't know. It's fine, look at my snap. So what? The channels of communication just continue to overlap. If this is true. This person just says, okay, we've been here for a while now. I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now.
Oh, yeah. Somebody paid a hawk to jump on this nigga head.
When you leave, we could play Fort or Minecraft. Not the most notorious game for weirdos. I love you.
Oh yeah, somebody paid the entire Marvel Universe to jump this nigga. Immediately.
I meant I love playing Minecraft with you.
Somebody banned this nigga to death, so every time we kill him, he come back alive. We beat his ass again.
I'm telling you guys, if this shit is real, this whole thing, this whole Mr. Beast operation is gonna have such a giant stain on it. And just right now, I'm finding these other things he was sending out, apparently via this Reddit account.
Somebody to blow this nigga head.
He says, why the f would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D and that same type of art? Gang, grape. God.
What?
I mean, I could see this much more easily being faked, but Jesus Christ. But you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14? Pokemon came out to say, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2020.
That's what I'm saying. Niggas already know that, nigga.
This also went viral yesterday with this old footage resurfaced. Kris Tyson old YouTube channel found where he shared revenge pics with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
So, recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out, and she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly. You'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business.
Nigga, you put the links?
But I know that, you know...
Nigga, researching is one thing. We all research when a nigga get leaked. You know what I'm saying? A nigga, a bitch. Yo, that shit sounded gay. But still,
I want to see him, so
nigga, you put the link in your shit?
So this guy literally comes out to likely his mostly kid audience and says, yeah, like, I know how much this revenge can really damage someone's life, how it can lead people to do terrible things to themselves. I don't endorse the spreading of these pictures, but hey, by the way, link in the description. And in the future, I really do want to have a greater conversation, as I kind of had before, about how wrong it is that, you know, viewing adult videos and adult images and the addiction to all that stuff and how it's become so normalized and how it's making so many people pretty much sick in their head. I mean, I can't do anything but pretty much pray for the kids today because they're probably exposed to so much so early on in their life. I mean, I truly do believe that, like, the normalization of pretty much having that addiction has really damaged our society as a whole. Oh shit. Right as I'm making this video, I just went to check out their Twitter page 24 seconds ago. The statement has been released. Oh shit! Mr. Beast made the call. The black SUVs showed up to Chris's
Nigga, Rich called that
I would
nigga.
like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. Nah, we're gonna need more than an apology. You gotta get up there on the stand, big dog. If it hurt or offended anyone, yeah, I think it was pretty f***ed up what you were doing. Seeing my recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast. He said, get away from my brand and social media to focus on my family and my mental health. I'm sorry, but this statement is not good enough for me. It shouldn't be good enough for anyone who's like a big fan of Mr. Beast. We need to see more than this. Mr. Beast needs to come out and say something, and this needs to be addressed on a deeper level. Like, this makes him look even more guilty to me. This makes it look like, yes, I was trying to scrub everything, and let me just, like, make this post real quick before everything gets really bad. What a crazy day. Nah, Mr. Beast, this is the last tweet, bro. You gotta say something. All I gotta say is what a crazy 72 hours it has been.
Has Mr. Beast tweeted or said anything recently?
The disclaimer out there. Everything that I've said in this video is technically all speculation. You shouldn't take any of it as a fact. But oh my god, does this all look horrible? Why every YouTuber? Why every person just like being exposed this year? It's crazy. Either way, y'all let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, what a bombshell video. But as you guys know, though, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and we're trying to clean up these virtual streets one video at a time. And I'm out, y'all.
This nigga said the Tan Superman. Please let me see if this nigga Mr. Beast has said anything. Nigga hasn't said a fucking thing. Oh, man. Hey, yo, I need that collab. Shout out Mr. Beast, but holy fuck. This nigga may be flamboyant.